Why are dual citizenship laws different for Americans in Asia? Imagine living in a country where your legal ties are more complicated than you thought. That's what many Americans face when they consider dual citizenship in Asia. Laws about holding to passports vary a lot from one country to another, and it all depends on each nation's history, politics, and culture. Some countries see dual citizenship as a threat to their national identity, while others are more flexible. For example, countries like China, India, Japan, and Singapore are very strict. They requiring new citizens to give up their previous passports when they become citizens. If you try to keep both, you might lose your chance to become a citizen there. This is because they believe that dual citizenship could cause legal conflicts or loyalty issues. They worry about legal obligations like taxes or military service becoming too complicated. On the other hand, some Asian countries are more open. The Philippines, South Korea, Vietnam, Cambodia, Sri Lanka, Thailand, and Taiwan allow dual citizenship under certain conditions. The Philippines, for instance, lets former Filipino citizens regain their citizenship, which makes it easier for Americans with Filipino roots to keep both nationalities. South Korea allows dual citizenship if you marry a Korean or make significant contributions to the country in areas like science or sports. But even in these countries, rules can be strict and requiring special paperwork or approval. The main reason for these differences is how each country views loyalty and national identity. Countries that prohibit dual citizenship often cite the difficulty of managing legal systems and enforcing laws across borders. They also worry about security and foreign influence. Countries that allow dual citizenship tend to see it as a practical way to attract talent, investment, and international connections. For Americans living in Asia, these laws can impact many parts of life. If you work in China, India, or Japan, you usually cannot keep dual citizenship. You might have to choose one nationality, which could affect your job opportunities or property rights. Countries that permit dual citizenship might still have rules about military service or voting. You could be required to serve in the military or pay taxes in both countries. Healthcare is another area affected by citizenship laws. Some countries give health benefits only to their citizens. If you have dual citizenship, you might access public health care more easily. Without it, you could face restrictions or higher costs. Housing and property ownership are also influenced by these laws. Many Asian countries restrict foreigners from buying land or property. If you are a citizen, you might have the same rights as locals. If you are considered a foreigner, even with permanent residency, you might be limited in what you can buy or own. Understanding your country's rules before making long-term plans is very important. If you work in a country with strict rules, you might have to decide whether to keep your American citizenship or give it up. The current cost to renounce U.S. citizenship is $2,350. If you are in a country that allows dual citizenship, you can keep both, giving you more flexibility for future moves. Traveling with dual citizenship also has its own rules. For example, if you have both American and Japanese passports, you must carry both. You will always use your American passport to enter or leave the United States. This can be a bit tricky to manage but is necessary for smooth travel. In the end, each Asian country's approach to dual citizenship reflects its history, culture, and priorities. While Western nations have become more accepting of holding to passports, many Asian countries still see it as a potential problem. If you are planning to live abroad in Asia, knowing these laws helps you make smart choices about your citizenship, work, housing, and travel plans.